Congratulations, well done.
Congratulations, Helen.
Thank you.
Phil, congratulations.
Well done.
So once again, congratulations on the sale. Really, really pleased that Tom and I were able to help you through the process. Just wanted to sort of walk through the experience, how it was from the beginning all the way through to the end.
Yes, yes. So Phil and Helen, we want to ask you some questions regarding to our service. I want to ask, out of so many agents in the area, why you choose us in representing selling of your property?
Well, going back to that night, Helen and I had only been talking about what we planned on doing, and the previous sale had fizzled out. We decided we'd can that sale. We weren't under any great pressure because where we're buying is a long settlement, so no big deal. So we were sitting around the table that night, and I was preparing to go swimming, and Tom
knocked on the door.
You knocked on the door, and I was surprised, and you said you were from McGrath's, and Helen and I had always had a respect for the name, McGrath's, and we believe you're a credible company, and so I said to myself, it was freezing, by the way, it was freezing cold that night, it was pouring with rain, and I'm in my swimmers, and I said, quick, you better come in. So we sat for an hour, and you showed your credentials, and we really liked it from your experiences.
Well, we liked his enthusiasm.
We loved your enthusiasm. You
guys said you guys love young people.
That's right.
Well, yeah.
Exactly, that's the truth.
You've got a much fresher approach than most traditional real estate agents, I guess. But you came across clear and precise as what your plan was. Where in our business we work very closely to plans. And you came up with a very.
And we
good
liked
plan.
the fact that he was doing something a bit different.
It's different.
Having Sundays open.
Exactly.
Sundays was a big thing.
Exactly. That's what we're going to cover about in our marketing strategy. So obviously the property has been on the market for some time, and I knew the fact that you guys will pursue a new purchase, although that is a couple months down the track, but the time is approaching. And I understand the fact that you guys liked us, but obviously, taking the property off the market for couple of weeks and put it down, that does probably add a bit more pressure to a new sale campaign, given the fact that the settlement is approaching. So I think you guys really, like at that time, believed us, and
Absolutely. The video presentations you were talking about appealed to us. So we signed up. Next day, I think.
Probably less than 12 hours.
We were confident. We were very confident. So we didn't even talk to anybody else.
All right. Well, that's why we feel so honored. And in regards to a selling strategy, I knew previously you have tried the auction.
Was it a big hurdle to put the property back into the market for auction for you?
No,
you're happy with the process?
We were very comfortable with the whole thing. We knew now's the time for us to sell. We want to move on.
Maybe that's because we thought it was a really good house and couldn't quite understand why it didn't sell first time around. So
that is why I want to get down to specifically about our marketing campaign. Obviously, this time we use a new approach in terms of how we able to illustrate the property to its best, like staging. That really, shocked us. In terms of how the house is look like presented.
Made a huge difference. Really good. Changed the function of some of the rooms. Made everything look flash.
It gave the house a new life, a lift.
Yes.
Big lift. It really did. Just by putting the dining room in a different position.
Isn't it wild?
It really changed the whole dynamics of the house. And we've lived here for many, many years, and so I guess one gets used to where you live, so you don't change things too often.
It worked perfect, very effectively.
They were very efficient in doing their work.
And at that point in time, I think I made a very strong opinion on the photo shoot, the angle to best present the house. The front shot we took this time with a house incorporated with a big lane at the back.
Yes, that's right. That was good.
What do you feel about that photo as compared to the previous one, like YouTube?
Well, we've always thought the front of the house didn't really indicate what the house looked like or
Yeah,
what it really
what
was,
it
because
offers.
the front is quite compact, or it's quite large, I suppose. But the back of the house is really the part that we relate to mainly.
Yes,
Well,
yes.
Large
especially-
entertainment area, the
Yes,
open
yes.
backyard. You don't
And
see that from
incorporating the
front.
backyard as
Yes,
well.
yes,
Seeing
yes.
the backyard. And
Yeah.
And I made it that strongly. You know, I say I don't like the empty block in a different shot. There has to be with the house together.
Well, we ran an online business here. Down the back, there was lots and lots of business activity. We didn't have customers coming to the house, but no one in the street, besides our neighbours, knew what we did here.
Oh, wow.
Exactly. This time, the video approach.
You're promotional.
Yeah, our
yeah,
promotional
wonderful.
video, our energy, I was really emphasized on we need to have a comprehensive video showing the detail of the property, while James and I emphasize on the key points of the property. What do you think about that piece of video?
You were very strong on knowing everything about the house. Everything, right? So when you spoke to potential buyers, you knew this house almost as well as we did.
Yeah.
You could show them the fine detail of the floor, the rooms, the office area, the garage, the voids up behind the bedrooms for storing of other.
Yeah, it was so much more than
detail.
other videos are. Other videos often are just a warm, fuzzy feeling.
Yeah.
But the one that you did, I mean, it was certainly twice the length of other ones, but it actually gave all that important detail.
More informative.
And the multiple videos you did showing potential buyers who might have asked you questions.
Yes.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
that's a huge part.
You prepared some fantastic videos
Yeah.
that showed maybe an engineering detail that the potential buyer was.
Which we couldn't have done if you didn't know the house so well. Also.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So that property video is refreshing, and I knew the fact that one of the buyer who was the interested party, he said, "Tom, I saw there is some storage area underneath the house in the video, but it's not, it's not on the photo, obviously." He actually asked me where I can find this part, and so that means he actually watched this video, and so we actually showed him. So because not many people are aware of that, obviously, when we put up on the internet, we didn't include that photo because that wasn't really that sort of appealing. But it was useful for a particular buyer that they would appreciate that extra space. So in addition, we have adopted the geo-targeting advertisement as well as my proposed Asian channel marketing, which is quite different. Was the marketing money well spent, and was it targeted to the right sector of market?
I believe so. I mean, you had many people through here.
Yeah.
So I mean, I can only comment on the fact that you brought in lots of people. So there must have been a reason for that.
Yeah.
I assume it would have been coming from those marketing channels and other.
And they all seem to have a similar sort of makeup to them. They were all family groups and all who worked and might have great value for the office downstairs. And they all liked the fact that there was a big garage as well. And then all the bedrooms. So you seem to have targeted the right people.
Yes, exactly.
And you did point out the fact that there was the big garage, plus which could hold 2.5 cars really or more. And the carport which held 2 cars. So therefore that made it clear that we could use the garage for
other multi-purpose use.
Yes.
I was really because I was really emphasized on that specific point, rather than people looking that it's just a garage. Because if that's a space can cover into a cinema room or medium room, multi-purpose room, it does offer more value than garage. I mean, that is not a normal garage. That is up the top. Phil and Helen, you guys had a successful business throughout the past few decades, and your latest successful business venture, which you guys have sold to a large Melbourne company, was selling the garden hardware, which you guys have been operating in the last few decades. You guys are very successful in the business world. What's your
in business, as we all know, James?
Yes.
There's lots of ups and downs.
but overall, a very successful business.
Yeah, that's right.
And end up sold to a very large company.
And you always use the downs to learn from, to gain more experience, so you improve your next up. And that's the way life works. If you
When you're as old as you are.
when you're as old as I am.
And you guys would, in the business world, you guys would have seen a lot of people, you know, how they're selling, how they're doing conducting their business. What's your observation on our selling process and our professionalism?
Of you,
Yeah, me and James.
I can only say it was superb.
All right.
We have no. Well, truly, I'm serious. We have no. We couldn't put any faults against your performance. Both
No, well,
James
it was
and
considerate and thorough and professional, and you got the job done in a short period of time, really.
Yeah.
With multiple people in the last week, dead keen.
Yeah.
It was basically 3 weeks in a
22 days. I
22
remember.
days,
Yes.
yeah.
in a very tight market.
Yeah.
Yes.
The market's
Yes.
changed, and we hear that from the locals talking to us.
Yeah.
So,
And you had
Yes.
lots and lots of people come through. I mean, it was
Yes.
great.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I knew.
And it wasn't because of our pretty faces they came through, it was because of you. Nothing to do with us.
Well, I think that's.
You don't know what we were saying behind the scenes.
No.
This is true.
Now, that is a combination of all the factors.
Yeah.
Obviously, no one can have guarantee on the result, but we can have the control on
The process.
The process.
Yeah.
Work extra.
Absolutely.
We did a Sunday open house, and I remember it was pouring on Saturday.
Yeah.
The weather.
It was 50 millimeters, I think, that day of rain.
And
Yeah.
on Sunday, and I did open house on Sunday, and I've been doing that consistently, and I
Yeah.
have really drawn a potential key buyers came
Yeah.
to the property, and we spent the time with them and engaged with them, and understand the product knowledge is important, and
Yeah,
that is
totally.
really thank you for your detailed information to us.
That helped us with the negotiations, with the dealings with the buyers, to be able to talk with knowledge about the house and to be able to really sell them on all the features and all the reasons why it was worth more than maybe what they thought initially.
It seemed to be a key sort of factor
Yeah,
for you,
totally.
and you
Yeah.
took it on board to work it all
Yeah.
out and to ask the right questions.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
so-
There's a train of thought where you don't feed too much information and then use the extra information
Yeah.
as bait to try and get them in. But I think in this case, all that information we provided, and you were very open with all that information,
Yes.
the technical detail
Yeah.
about the house,
Yeah.
all that I provided for you.
Yeah.
Yes.
It, I believe, was a real
Made
benefit.
it.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, my childhood dream wasn't a real estate agent. But if I say that, you guys probably will laugh. My childhood dream is actually become scientist.
Yeah.
So I'm more technical parts. I don't.
Yeah.
But I like the detail. I like what's principle, why this works.
Yeah.
But
Now I understand. why
I
you guys have
I really destroy a lot of electronics. When I was a kid, I always open it up, and then I can't put it together. But I appreciate the detail, and I appreciate you tell me, how this works and why it's like that. And so I explained to the buyer, and I knew the ultimate buyer initially, which I feel she probably are not an immediate buyer for this property because she does have some concerns about renovation, what she's going to do. Is she able to do it? She need the builder to check. But it was you provide all those detailed information to me. And then I remember that would be on Saturday, 2 weeks ago. Instead of me talk to the buyer, I got you.
You made a video with
I
me.
went video of you.
And I presented as the
It worked well though. I think.
pseudo engineer. Sort of.
Yeah.
Correct, that worked. But I've got building experience, so
Yes.
that's why I was able to pull all those terms
Yeah.
out.
Yes.
Yeah. Steel beam here,
Yes.
steel beam, subject
Yeah.
to council and engineer approval and
Yeah.
design.
Yeah.
And but did she say that was very professional? Didn't she?
She said that was very professional. She said that
She
was.
was so grateful for the
Yes.
information.
That's good.
And
Isn't that good? That's
yeah.
really good.
It was only a short video. It only from
Yeah.
a minute or so.
yes.
Yes.
And I mean, it was very impromptu.
And plus all the follow-up detail I provided to her, and then pumped her interest, and to feel that this is a right property for her, and then she quickly trying to get the finance done, get all the prepared to buy. So I would say like buying house and buying property is it's more like a impulse decision that at that moment you really need to capture the right buyer and the right moment and facilitate the deal, because Otherwise, I could easily cross this buyer off, and she would have bought something else down the road. So.
See, I think that goes back to the fact that you're very good at listening, because sometimes you can tell people something, but if they're not in the right frame of mind to listen, but you both listened really well and took it in. I noticed in the video that you did where you commented standing in the kitchen that if you look out the window, you can see the garden out there. Because one time when you were here, I saw some birds out there and passed a comment. You took it on board, you listened, and then you incorporated it in the video. So it's a sign that you listen well. And you know, appreciate sort of a small detail, but worthwhile.
Thank you. And in the end, we did produce 4+ offers in just 22 days on the market, which we end up sold prior to the auction. It's a great combination, I feel, like especially with James Sutton, my close colleague. I think, you know, we have a very good synergy in working, especially when we are dealing with different buyers.
Definitely. You know, we both have certain characteristics. We're both drawn to certain types of buyers and certain personalities, and between the two of us, and we can both work in parallel with each other while still having, you know, 2 or 3 or 4 families competing to buy it at once.
Yeah, no, it's a great experience, really was, just watching you work it through and really in quick time.
Yes. Hard work does pay off.
Definitely.
And at the end, I really appreciate Phil and Helen. We are so honored to have you guys, you know, entrust us to represent selling your family home for over 44 years.
Yeah, we are.
Full of wonderful memories. Not many people live same house for over 40 years. That means how much you love this property and you did all the works and the area.
Hold on, you're going to sell it back to them. Relax.
and particularly James and I feel so relieved the fact you guys can move to our next wonderful life chapter.
Move on to the next.
Right. Going to be fun.
Adventure. Yeah, absolutely.
And I was talking to one of the neighborhood, and I said, go and visit Phil and Helen, and you might want to live in Anchorage. And then I can sell your property. That would change your mind. But it's great. I think you are that type of people that you know, whenever you go, whenever you do a business, you always you know, have this golden finger, make things successful, and it's something I really feel.
We're looking at wheat prices and sheep prices now.
And you know, at the same time, I also congratulations to the buyer and on the fact that they bought a very solid home. They are able to, you know, really understand that this house is got so much to offer, and I'm sure that we're sure that they will enjoy this house for many years to come.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, it's a good fun house to live in.
Thank you very much. And if you want to add anything more?
No, I think that's pretty well covered. Well, no, I just wanted to thank you.
An exceptional result. We're really impressed.
Good, Tom. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, John.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.